Repentant Boko Haram fighters should have a faculty at Nigerian Army University. Gombe Governor. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Yaya stated this while receiving the General Officer Commanding 3rd Division, also known as Operation Safe Haven, Major General Ibrahim Ali, at the Government House on Tuesday. Now the news in detail. Governor Muhammad Yahya of Gombe State says the de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration camp for repentant Boko Haram members located at Kwame local government area of a state should be relocated to the Nigerian Army University in Biu. Yahya stated this while receiving the General Officer Commanding 3rd Division, also known as Operation Safe Haven, Major General Ibrahim Ali, at the Government House on Tuesday. He said despite providing shelter for the federal government initiative, the camp had only hosted non-indigens, adding that the state should not be made to suffer for hosting such facility. The camp, which was rehabilitated hundreds of repentant Boko Haram members, mainly from the parts of the northeast, in a facility built by the state government for the National Youth Service Corps as a orientation camp. Yahya said Gombe has been hosting the de-radicalization camp for the past 6 years. It was meant to be a temporary arrangement for 6 months, but now it has turned to be a permanent feature, and the security authorities are even looking for expansion. Since the establishment of that outfit, not even one person from Gombe has been taken to for de-radicalization or rehabilitation. We are just playing hosts, trying to help our neighbors. As a result, we should not be made to suffer for hosting a facility, such a facility. Otherwise, if you like, take it to the military university at Biu and make it a faculty. That is not our problem. There is a need for us to have a symbiotic relationship. If you scratch our back while we scratch yours, that is the only way we can move forward. Yahya lamented how due to the security challenges, getting approval for the movement of urea, which is used for manufacturing fertilizer, to Gombe has been difficult, adding that hunger might worsen the problem being faced by the people. Close to 80% of our people are peasant farmers. Recently, despite approval from the Defense Headquarters, we were not able to bring urea because it is believed that it is being used to produce explosives and that some misguided people are using it. But since 2015, there was never an issue again of explosive in Gombe. If you do not allow people to operate on the farm, there will be no security and there will be no food. Double jeopardy is the situation now, the governor said. Sahara reported in September, the acting general officer commanding GOV 7th Division, Abdul Wahab Eyitayo, revealed that more than 8,000 Boko Haram terrorists has so far surrendered to the troops of the Nigerian army. According to him, the terrorists surrendered from the enclaves in Sambisa Forest as well as other hideouts. He said the overwhelming firepower of the troops was responsible for the surrender of the repentant terrorists. Oh my goodness. Now, there is actually a facility. There's a facility for these so-called Boko Haram members. And this facility is in Gombe State. While recently information getting towards was that last week or the early this week, the IDP centers that are supposed to, or they were hosting the Boko Haram victims, they gave them till December to move out. And I do not know, I have not heard if any plans are in place to help the victims after that particular event. I'm not sure plans are in place to make sure that these people's life go back to normal. Like they go back to their routine. Because, of course, most of them, apart from the fact that their family members were slaughtered, their means of living, their houses were burnt down. Where do you want these people to go? I mean, the government should stop playing on the peoples of Nigeria's intelligence. This is absurd. Oh my goodness. There is a facility now. There is a facility somewhere in Gombe State that is housing these so-called repentant people. And then Their victims are left to suffer. What kind of a government is this? I mean, it is so absurd. And yet they keep saying they criticize them. This is the height of it. How do you take an oppressor because he comes and say, oh, I am no longer an oppressor, after agreeing that he did everything to make life a living hell for some people? He killed them. He raped them. He did all sort of caused havoc everywhere. This same people comes back to you and say they've repented. And you open your arms. You spread your arms wide open. And you receive them while the victims of this particular people are left languishing in poverty, are left in misery. How do you explain this? Now, this is the height of it. Exactly. For this sole reason, for this particular reason, I tell you, the criticism has not hit them yet. How do you explain that there is a facility? Oh my goodness. I run to the government that I'm oppressed. He opens the door to my oppressor. I thought it was a prison yard, but he opens the door, welcome my oppressor, give him different various dishes. He even has a choice. And why me, myself, that I'm oppressed, I am left in misery? What kind of a situation is this? What do you call this? I've said it before. Laws should be made. What should these people face when they come out, surrendering or not? Are they still going to treat them like babies if they have come with guns and grenades? Is it? I mean, this is so absurd. And yes, they keep saying they send their condolences. They keep saying, oh, we send our condolences to family. You are not sending your... In fact, it is seeming like the government is having a good time with this insecurity that is ravaging the north. That is what it is seeming like. Since there is going to be a facility that suggestions are now being made to move this facility to where? Oh my goodness. No, this is the height of it. Nigerians are not stupid. They are very good people. I tell you, they should not be taken as stupid people. You come out to say you send your condolences. You come out to say you have conquered Boko Haram technically. How technically? These people are still around. They are even somewhere in Gombe State. If they strike, you say they strike. I don't understand what is going on. I do not understand. Tomorrow you hear, they say more than how many people? More than 8,000 people have surrendered. Let's assume that half of the population is in the search facility. And tomorrow when they pick up arms again, what will they do? Then they say, oh my goodness, this is so annoying. It is very, very frustrating.